Hello and welcome to another update video about AVAX. AVAX I haven't covered for a while, but you know my view of this chart. I am not very happy with this overall price chart. The wave 1 should be here, by the way. It is, the problem with this chart. I explained it in previous videos, maybe for every newcomer. The problem with this chart is, and I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt at the moment, I'm actually counting this bullish. So I've got here a wave 1, a wave 2, another wave 1 and another wave 2, which would assume in the next sort of bull run we get up into a wave 3. The problem is, and that is here better possible than on many other charts, you can also count this entire move bearish. Yeah? So that you count this basically as, let me show you, and this would be catastrophically bearish, and I mentioned that before, and therefore I'm not invested in AVAX. I think I might have a little bit somewhere, but it's not something I'm a fan of. And just purely based on the chart, I therefore avoid this chart. Of course it could play out bullish, but if there is a risk in the chart that this is so bearish, then I'm avoiding it, okay? I know there's lots of fans out there, but I can only tell you what I see in the chart, and I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you how I see it, because better than on many other charts, we can do this. We can see this as a wave A, as a wave B, as a wave C. This is crystal clear, a corrective structure. Yeah, crystal clear. I mean, even, and I normally don't use the log chart, but on the log chart, it becomes even more evident. Yeah. Just move that up. So here on the log chart, it's a similar picture actually. It's also a wave A, a wave B, and a wave C. And then we're coming down. If we want to count this bearish, which we can easily do, very easily, then we count this as, just put on this chart because you might see it better, as a 1, as a 2. This here would have been the wave 3. I just put it down here because just so that you can see it better. This would be a wave 3 that we've done here, and the low from the 17th of June. This would be a wave 4. Here the high at $31 from August. And we would now come down in a wave 5. No. And if we just use the, let's say we use the Fibonacci extensions here on the log chart. So we go to the wave 4 high, take the wave 1 length, go to the wave 4 high. I mean, that can easily take us down to either $7.80 here. Yeah, that's the 1-to-1 ratio, or even the 560 level. So again, this is the bearish view. For me, the bearish view prevails here on AVAX. Yeah, I have not much confidence into this chart. I mentioned it so many times before, especially long term. And if the long term view is already catastrophically bearish, I wouldn't go into it personally. Short term, of course, money can be made, and therefore short term, I believe in the last videos we investigated the possibility if there could be a bit of a breakout going on here. But again, with AVAX, it's never great confidence due to the higher level assumptions. But I mentioned that many times before, and even here you can see the overall bullish possibility the chart had was not used. And also here now, the possibility has been taken off the chart now. Yeah, so this is not really possible anymore. I mean, we can still give it, we could give it the benefit of the doubt at the moment and say, okay, this could have been a 1, now we are in the 2, like a leading diagonal, yeah, like we do it on other charts. The problem here is that the higher level assumption or the higher level chart screams bearish, really. Yeah, but yeah, the problem even is if we count this bearish from a high level point of view, the best situation for the chart would actually be, and that is really the best for the chart, but the question is then, will it ever recover? To tidy this whole mess up, we would really need to go below the beginning here. We would need to go below $1 basically, or below $2. No, well, below this little low here. Yeah, basically below $1. So to tidy this whole mess up in the bearish view. But of course, you know, money can be made here, but then money can be made on any crypto chart. So I'm avoiding AVAX. I mentioned that many times before. I know there's lots of fans out there. Maybe I get a bit of a a bit of hate comments here as always, but it's what it is. You know, I can't tell you something different. And for AVAX, I also mentioned it before, unless we go, and that's the absolute minimum, yeah, unless we go above the $50 mark here, for me, it's too risky, yeah. And then even then, to basically make the bearish scenario much less likely, we would need to go above $103. And I mentioned it before. To do that, we need to see here basically a 550% increase. That's massive for an altcoin, yeah. Even for an altcoin, that's massive. How much money you need to at least make the bearish scenario less likely. That's crazy, okay? So just keep that in mind. It's of course up to you what you do. I'm staying away from AVAX just for this reason, from the chart. And I know that this sell-off here had to do with Luna. I know that. But still, that doesn't change the fact it's in the chart. I can't ignore it. It will affect sentiment, and it just is there. You know, I can't ignore it for whatever reason that might have happened. But yeah, and also the problem is what comes down here is also quite strong now. Now, not necessarily stronger than on many other coins, but it is just a high level assumption, which gives me a bit of a problem here. So, and here as well, we are now getting close to a key support. So the key support here, and that is already there in this red line, no change from the previous videos, that this key level here at basically $16, this needs to hold for that bullish scenario here, that short-term bullish one. If this level doesn't hold, I think we then have to, where's the, no, let's do it like that. We would then have to say, okay, that all of this was just a corrective move up, yeah, in a wave 4 possibly, and we're now coming down impulsively. So it would actually be that we can count 5 waves soon complete. So I put that into another color, but it would then be something like this, and I actually find that more likely. But this only really if we break that $16 level. But also here I think soon we should see a bit of a recovery to the upside, because if this is a 5-wave move down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it should soon get to an end. The problem is on the daily chart, the MACD is still increasing negative momentum, so we can certainly go a bit more. The other problem, and that is really bearish, yeah, and again that is why I'm just not a fan of this chart. On other coins, you can currently see a bullish divergence in this move down. In this current correction, you can see a bullish divergence. We can't see that on the AVAX chart. No, there is no bullish divergence, not on the 4-hour. I don't know if there is one on the 1 hour, I would doubt it. No, there isn't one. So yeah, not much hope into the bullish scenario here. These are the two possibilities, that we get close here to an end, yeah, at $16 and we'll move up impulsively. That would be the very bullish view, short term at least. This will not change the long-term problems we have this chart. But for that one to work out, to give more confidence, first of all, we want to break above the 23.64 level, and then to make it much more likely above the $31 level, the wave 1 high. Yeah, but I don't think this move down is necessarily finished yet. I can give you just sort of for fun here a target for the wave 3 as well, but again, not much confidence. Target would be here $45. Yeah. Then on the other hand, if we assume the bearish scenario is working out, which will work out if we don't manage to get above the wave 1 here, and if we see weakness now in the retracement in the chart, assuming we might have seen the low, then yeah, we could certainly retrace here shortly into the region between $24 and yeah, $28. Now, if we see any weakness here, we probably see the turnaround to the downside, and then confirmation will be there, depending on the subwaves here, but certainly when we go below the end of this current move down. But yeah, it's just sort of a video to highlight. Not much confidence in the bullish scenario here. We gave it a bit of a chance in the last video, but you know about my problems with this chart that I have, and I would be more leaning to the downside scenario just because the long term is catastrophically bearish. So in situations like that, I would rather avoid a chart. Okay, that's my update about AVAX. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.